Okay, so I just want to quickly go over how on-page content can affect your rankings and how to help you, as far as getting that done. So it's not just off-page stuff that does the trick. So when I mean on-page, I mean like the content and how it's structured. So real quick, I'll just show you. To say face on time, I did a search for internet jet set scam. This is a review of a online training program I did like probably a year and a half ago. And I'm currently ranked 2. But if you look down here, I have several different instances where you can click. You don't have to click my direct link. You can click down here and go to a certain section of that link, whereof nobody else on here has that, right? Well, they do. So they've kind of learned how to do that. But this is another major Wealthy Affiliate is another major online training platform. But that's an ad. They're actually buying space for that. So this is what I've done is free, So real quick, I kind of click on that and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So what this is going to do is going to pull up my review. And so what you're seeing here is you're seeing these points right here. So if I click this, it's going to go to a certain section, right? It's basically going to take you down to that section of the review. So it's basically like a table of contents. And I actually put that on there as an article table of contents, right? So, and then I put, the highlight points too. And what this does is it saves the end user's time. I would say that the person reading it, the user experience of, so they can just come in here and quickly say, okay, well, I want to know how it works, or I want to know, maybe I want to know if Internet Jet Set is a scam for real. So I come down here, and this is the section, so it doesn't waste their time. And so you get better, user engagement. And, Google, really kind of aims on the rankings on getting, basically it's based upon the user experience, proper setup. I mean, there's several different instances of what Google ranks off of, but, mainly the user experience and how well the algorithm will like that is based upon, how well the end user likes it. And that's basically what they're trying to do, is they're trying to give the best experience they can to the people that are searching on the internet. So, doing stuff like this, not only helps, with what you're doing, keeping your content scratch, and it's not necessarily easy to do this. I will say this, but it does show, and like I said, we can come back in here and type it again. Internet Jet Set Scam. So we come in here and search for it again. Of course, I've already clicked on it, so it's going to drop me down. Naturally, naturally it does that. But again, there's several other people that are kind of doing the same method, right? And you can see how easy it is to get that engagement. So again, I just want to kind of highlight that and what it does and how it affects your rankings. So, and you see how quick, just by clicking on that one time, it knows that if the user's not getting a good experience, or say for instance, there's somebody on that web page or whatever, then they're going to kind of move you down temporarily, and they'll move you back up. I mean, it's based upon the getting the best experience for the user. So, as far as that goes, this is just basic. There's all on page on here. There's no real heavy SEO done on it. This was something I did years ago, or not years ago, but a year and a half ago. But I just wanted to kind of highlight that even a year and a half ago, it stuck up on page 1, and even on section 2 of page 1. And it was, the reason being is because of this on page stuff that I did. So again, just something to highlight this morning. SEO is not just about one element. It's about all elements coming together properly. So, when you look at it, and you say, well, always have a question if your SEO agency, or say, for instance, the person's doing your SEO is actually doing their job. It takes time to do some of this stuff. This stuff right here does take time. We'll say that, I think to fine tune this article and to kind of get it to have this anchor text and everything. When I say anchors, these are just like, it's almost like using, like Microsoft Word, like you would hyperlink something. Except it's done a lot different on HTML. So I just wanted to kind of highlight, it does take time to do this. And then if you did the on page and it was ranking, on page 2, then, you would have to do some other stuff. And then that takes time, but you do one element at a time with SEO, and you do things the way they can be done to make sure you get the customer the best user experience they can. And even though I'm highlighting I'm not highlighting a business here, I'm highlighting a review of a business that I did, and like I said, a year and a half ago. It's basically showing the fact of the importance of on page and the importance of the separation of different elements that go into doing proper SEO. So again, I hope that kind of educated, and kind of showed you some things that are involved when someone. You always wonder why if your SEO agency is not doing their job, or if things aren't going as quickly as you think they are. We're doing the, I know that, it depends on the area they're working on. At a certain period of time, some things may be really fast. Some things may be a little bit slower. But just know that, if you have any questions about if your agency is not, or if the person doing your SEO is not doing their job, ask them for, like a monthly update, or, some kind of updates to see where they're at, what kind of progress you're doing. They can show you their work. I mean, it's not a big deal. And even though it's some of it may be over your head or something, or it may not be. But the point of it is, communicate a little bit, don't just, understand that, I don't just have hear people talking negative and just all of a sudden get a negative aspect about SEO or something like that. This is something that we do to help businesses grow and help businesses get on page 1. It also is something that is beneficial, and it does, this will make or break a company. This will make or break a business in the next, he's doing it this right now in this day and age, but it's only going to get worse through the next 5 to 10 years. If you're not a major player on the internet, the likely chance of your business, you're going to be missing out customers, and you're going to be, it could be a struggle time. So I just want to kind of highlight this morning. Again, sorry for a little rant. I get on those sometimes. I just like to highlight the fact of what's beneficial, what can we do. And even though this was a very old post, a very old website I used to work on, it's still, it's still ranking number 1, or not number 1, but number 2 on page 1. And that's after a year and a half. So the work that you do, if you do proper SEO, will stay for quite some time. It won't just drop. So if somebody does their job correctly, it goes on, and you're ranked high for quite a while, as long as, somebody else isn't, doing anything or trying to outrank you, or even if they are, they might not be doing the right thing. So just know that, get updates from your SEO agency, or get updates from the person doing your SEO. And, just if you want to keep them, ask them to keep you well informed. Okay. So thank you for your time. And, it's about 10 minutes. So, anyway, so, I hope to work with some of you guys one day. If you feel free, you can contact me at Georgia SEO Explosion, and that's it. So it's Georgia SEO Explosion at gmail.com, or 706-651-9293. And again, you can always come to my website and get that as well, you know. So you can always come to my website, and I like to show you real quick. Sorry, I'm a little congested this morning, but I like to show you real quick. You know, you just come in here and you can fully get a better idea under this video we made under what SEO can do for your company. Kind of go through the website and see what you think. But if you're interested in our services, I would suggest just find out more, or the discovery page. And this takes you to our discovery page, and I would ask that you listen to the video, because we do not work with every company. You know, we don't work with any kind of adult theme or get rich quick. You know, it states in here, you know, none of this. I just want to highlight that. Strictly on the up and up businesses, and strictly on the very so anyway, not to take up too much of your time, just check us out, and if you need some help, we'll be glad to help. Thank you. This is Shane at Georgia SEO Explosion.